I'm sitting there with my friend Dayton Cali. I'm in this apartment in L.A. I made a deal with Bronx Steel. I made the deal. I'm waiting for my first check. Okay? I'm sitting there in my apartment, and my friend is next to me, my friend Dayton, and we're talking, him and I. And finally I go, we're talking about the scene we're going to do at Monday Night Workshop. I get a knock on the door. I walk over to the door. I open the door. I signed with William Morris. I signed with them. They said, "You're Chazz Palminteri?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "This is from William Morris. Here." Gives me an envelope. I'm used to getting envelopes from William Morris. So, scripts and shit. So I'm talking to my friend, and we're talking. I open up the envelope, and I look at the envelope, and it's, I'm doing this. I turned to him, and I say, "Dayton, I got a check for $50,000. And he goes, "What?" Now, $50,000 to me at that time was $5 million.
Omri, 1985. Pull up the equivalency of $50,000 in today's money.
So he walks over to me and goes on my shoulder to look. He goes, "Chazz," and he puts his finger on the check, and he's counting the zeros. He goes, "Chazz." I couldn't even see. I was so blinded. He goes, "That's $500,000. So I go like this. I go, and then my eyes clear up, and I see 500,000, and I go. I don't say a word. He doesn't say a word. He sits down on the couch. I sit down on the ottoman. No one said a word for 3 minutes. You know how long 3 minutes is? Mm-hmm. If I'm quiet right now for 3 minutes, it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime. Not a word. He doesn't say a word. I don't say a word. And all of a sudden, after 3 minutes, this is from being broke and trying all my life. Tears start rolling down my face. Oh, yeah. And he looks at me. He goes, "You okay?" I go, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. So I finally get up. He hugs me. I hug him. This was my first payment of the millions I was getting. I get a check, $500,000, right? So I go, "You know what that's like to have no money and now you got this?" Okay. So I go, "Listen to this." But this is unbelievable. I haven't told this story too many times. When I was broke years ago, I had to sell my vacuum cleaner to pay for my electric bill because they shut off my electric. And I had to get
That's broke, baby.
So I had a friend come over, and I said, "Look, this is a great vacuum." And he goes, "Chazz, let me give you the money." I said, "No, I don't want to take no money. Take the vacuum." He gave me the money. I paid my electric bill. And then, everything worked out okay. So I turned to him and I go, "Dayton, I'm going to the store, and I'm going to buy the best fucking vacuum cleaner I said, I don't give a fuck what it is. There was the Electrolux, those big ones,
Sure.
Right, you pick
my
up.
mom used to dance around the house
you pick up a bowling ball and shit.
My mom used to dance around the house to Donna Summer.
Right. So I go. So he goes. So neighborhood guys. He goes, "I need one too."
I was here when you got the check.
So I go, "I'm buying you the best fucking vacuum cleaner."
Hey,
listen to this.
Concierge, 2 Oryx over here, please.
So we walk into a store. I cannot, for the life of me, I can't remember, but it was one of those big things like Home Depot. It was one of those big stores. We walk in, right on Wilshire Boulevard. I'll never forget it. Walk in. I got the check folded in my pocket.
Oh man, I'd be going nuts.
Right, I'm going crazy.
Nuts.
I got a credit card. I'm saying, "Fuck this! I got the money." I said, I go to the guy. "I want 2 vacuum cleaners." The guy goes, "Well, sir," I said, "Listen to me. I want the best. I don't give a fuck about the money." He goes, "All right, no, I'll show you.
A little something for your kids."
And he's showing me the vacuum cleaners. All of a sudden, listen to where this story goes. I hear glass breaking. And I go, loud, like glass breaking. And I hear somebody yelling. I go, "What the fuck?" So it was around the aisle, right? So I walk around the aisle, and there's like 3 guys with ski masks on. A guy puts a gun in my face and says, "Eat the floor, motherfucker." What happened was 2 guys were breaking this thing where the jewelry was, and one guy was holding everybody at bay with a gun. And I just happened to walk right around the fucking thing.
You've got to be kidding.
Me and Dave. My hand to
With
God.
$500,000 in his fucking pocket.
Listen to this. So me and Dayton hit the fucking ground. We're laying on the floor with everybody else, right? He's going, eat the floor, motherfucker.
I'm thinking about eating the check.
Right? So I'm laying there on the floor, and we're laying like this. Dayton's head is here. My head is here. We're looking at each other. And I see this guy walking around with a gun, and I hear the alarm going off. So in my mind, I'm going, the street. I'm going, wait a minute. Alarm, cops coming, hostage. No fucking way. So I turn to him and I go, Dayton, I'm not fucking dying now. Not now, right? We crawl around the aisle, him and I. When the guy's going the other way, we sneak around the aisle and we're crawling and we're running towards the emergency door. We run to the emergency door. There was two of these old women who were like catatonic. I grab one, he grabs the other. We kick the fucking door open. I take one out, he takes the other
You
out.
saved the ladies on top of it.
Well, I don't know if we did, but they were way in the back of the store. They just were scared. And then we ran. But do you imagine?
You gotta be kidding me.
What the fuck?
You imagine that fucking shit? And we were laughing, and I said, do you imagine I could have died again from a fucking killing? Do you imagine it?
Shit.
But I'll never forget because I'll never forget my mind. But I had the sense, okay, Chazz, just be cool. He pulled the gun on me, and I just went, whoa, okay, all right. I went, whoa. I just laid down on the floor. I remember he said, eat the floor, motherfucker. And I just laid down. And but anyway, that was my first thing I was going to buy was.
I think the lesson of that story, Chazz, is if you have $500,000, get a maid.
No, but here's the best thing. Here's the best thing. The next day, I go to the bank. Okay, so I go to the bank the next day.
That would have been the first thing I did with that check, bro. You walked
Well,
around
no, it
with
was
a check
late.
all
It was
day?
late. It was late. So the next day, it was late. I got the check at 6, 7 at night.
Wait, you say you were on Wilshire Boulevard when that place got broken into?
Yes, it was on Wilshire. I forgot the
shit.
name of it.
Because you were broke. You were living in the hood over there.
Yeah, I was living. You know where I was living? Yeah,
Yeah.
Hollywood Vine. You know. So then finally, the next day, I go to the teller, and there was this really gorgeous girl there who was behind the counter, and I've been hitting on her for like 6 months, and she ain't giving me shit, nothing. Why? Because every time I go there, I give her my unemployment check. So I was getting $127 a month unemployment.
She knows too much.
So she sees my unemployment check. She goes, right, I'm going to be with this fucking loser. Right. So I say, hey, Judy something. I forgot her last name. So I said, hey, if she's watching, fuck you, Judy. So she knows about that anyway. So so now I go up there. I go up there and she's looking at me. I go, hey, how you doing? She goes, yeah, I'm good. She's doing good. Hi, how are you? Hi. So I go, yeah, I got my check, I give it to her. She goes like this. She goes, could you hold on 1 second? I said, sure. She goes, I see her talking to the people in the back, on the desk. Guy comes over, Mr. Palminteri, come. All of a sudden, they open up the thing. I go in the back. Judy, get him some coffee. Right? So now I go there. I deposit the $500,000. I'm talking to him. He's like, forget it. I was like a star.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm leaving. She goes, hey, Chazz, it's good seeing you. Now she's saying goodbye to me. I go, hey, good seeing you. I'm really nice.
Sure. What's your name again?
Really nice. So next week goes by. I get another $500,000.
This is a good
My
2
man.
weeks, bro.
I love-
This
okay.
is a solid
I love
month.
this story.
She
For
sees me
context,
again.
guys, that's
She goes-
$1.4 million
she goes-
in today's money.
What is?
$500,000.
In today's money?
$1.4 million.
So my guy got 2.5 in 2 weeks?
Well,
solid.
3.8.
Whatever.
3 mil. Yeah.
So I go back there, and I go, hey, how you doing? She goes, hey, how are you? I go, fine.
She sweetened up real fast.
Right?
Huh?
I give her the check. She goes, oh. She's like, she don't even know how to fucking talk.
Starts popping buttons open.
But-
It's getting hot in
but
here,
you know,
Chazz.
but here's the way I was. I never said nothing to her. I was never nasty to her. In fact, I was totally opposite. I was just as nice as I could be to her. I never asked her out. I would never ask her out, and she was really nice to me. She wanted me to ask her out, but I wouldn't do it. But I was very nice. I was always sweet. Though.
Eat
Always
your heart
very
out,
nice.
bitch.
No, but
Back then, Judy didn't
know
want
what?
me. Now I'm hot, Judy. You're all
you know
alone.
what? Success is the best revenge.
Oh, God.
So I just was very
Amen.
nice to her. I never was nasty to her. And if she's listening to this, you know what? You're still a good kid. You know,